Thank you for joining us for our first day of live webcast at Syngenta Flowers here in sunny California. I'm Amy Briggs-Macha, Product Manager here at Syngenta Flowers. And for this webcast installment, I'm really pleased to be here to share with you some highlights of our new vegetative introductions for the 2021-22 season. It's another really exciting year of introductions for Syngenta Flowers. We have innovative new series as well as great new varieties to existing series and great improvements to our vegetative spring annual lineup. Not only do we have 4 new series to introduce to you over the next day, but more than 30 new improved varieties and mixes. In this session, don't worry, I'm just going to share with you some of my personal favorite new vegetative spring annuals, just to make sure they don't get lost in the mix. We've got more webcast segments coming up later this week to deep dive on some of our heavy hitters, so don't miss our information on the Spectra Interspecific New Guinea series, new innovations in our vegetative petunia lines. We've got awesome additions to our best-selling geranium assortment, plus so much more. So make sure to check the schedule, you don't want to miss a thing. As we get going here, please feel free to ask questions in our chat function during the presentation. We're monitoring right now and responding in real time. So let's get started. First on my list of don't miss, we've got the beautiful Florencio Cerise Begonia. We are extremely proud to be partnering with Copa, a begonia breeding specialist, to bring the Florencio Begonia series to North America. This is really good for us as we're expanding into our vegetative begonia segment. It's got this vibrant rose color flowers that sit on top of really dark foliage. With this addition of Cerise, we now have 6 colors in the Florencio Begonia series that was launched in North America last season. Florencio begonias are a hybrid type begonia. They've got mid-vigor, so these guys are going to work great in large containers and hanging baskets. With these really large single-petaled flowers, they're just outstanding plants. Where I love these plants even more is out in the garden. This great vigor and flower power, these babies just get better throughout the summer season. So if you haven't had a chance yet to check out our Florencio series, all of our variety information and culture is available on our website at syngentaflowers-us.com. As a side note, we just want to remind you we continue to work with innovative partners to bring new begonia varieties to the market. So please stay tuned. We've got a lot of really fun stuff happening in our begonia programs. Next up, I'd like to introduce you to a bold new series of bidens, Meet Brazen. Bidens really have become a very popular item in our market, both as a standalone item, but they work great as a component in mixed combos. You know, these bright, fiery colors are also gardeners' favorites. They're so good for attracting pollinators out into the garden. For the new Brazen series, we've got 4 colors, each with very eye-catching patterns and various habits, as you can see here. Starting here, this is Eternal Flame. It's the most vigorous and upright of the selections, and you can see it's got these great bright yellow flowers with a bit of a red throat. We think this variety is going to be great in mixed combinations. Next, this is Samurai. It's more of a mounded habit, but still has great vigor to work in combos. I love the super sharp bicolor red-orange star pattern. It's really just a cool plant on its own or in combos. Over here, this is Rising Sun. Less vigorous, a little bit more spreading habit with this really fun, bright orange-red flower and yellow eye. It is really a nice little variety. And last in the series, this is Imperial Luck, the most compact of the series. It's a very tidy mounded habit, and it's got a ton of these so sharp and clear bicolor yellow to red flowers. So we've got more great varieties of Brazen in the works with plans to increase the range of the series. So keep an eye out. We'll have different options for vigor, leaf form, and flower pattern in the next few years. For Calibrachoa, you know, it really continues to be a staple in grower programs, and it's also an incredibly important part of our own spring annual assortment. We've had Cali around for lots of years, and it's our tried and true series. Our breeders have dedicated their efforts to bring new and improved varieties to the series that offer early flowering, great branching habits, and disease resistance. For the 21-22 season, we've got 2 colors to introduce that you shouldn't miss. Here we're looking at Cali Lavender. It's just a beautiful shade of lavender. It's got this nice dark throat. It really gives the flowers some depth, and it's on top of this beautiful stellar mounding habit. This variety is going to be a great option for combinations. Next to it, this is Cali Dark Rose Center, another gorgeous new color selection. I love that deep dark throat, gives this color an absolutely luxurious feel. We've got two great new colors into the Cali series. We are also carefully screening for powdery mildew resistance to make sure that these are solid introductions for your spring programs. As a reminder, we do have a robust assortment in our Cali series. We've got 22 varieties to choose from. So make sure to take note of our recommended all-star varieties. You can find those in our catalogs noted with a star icon next to the name. These are definitely our top pick for core colors that match well in timing and habit. Looking here down at our new Euphorbia. Euphorbia is definitely one of my favorite plants to elevate the look of mixed combinations. The airy structure of the plant and the continual flushing of these delicate light blooms just always plays well in containers, especially when you mix them with things like geraniums and dipladenia. So new for our euphoric line, this is the awesome double flowered variety, smartly named Double White. Not only is this a wonderful plant for combos, but with the non-stop flowering, this double flowered variety is also a great option if you just want to grow it on its own. When you get under cooler night conditions with this variety, it also takes on a slightly rosy hue. It's absolutely breathtaking. So definitely a fun new addition to the euphoric line for 21-22. So are you looking for some items to extend your sales into the heat of the summer? Well, we've got Star Cluster Pentas. They're the perfect choice. Star clusters offer strong upright habits, huge flowers, and vibrant colors for the ultimate heat-loving plants. Put these varieties in your large patio containers or mix them with other heat lovers. We love putting these with like lantana, Scavola. They're great for the heat of the summer. For 21-22, we've got this really beautiful light pink selection, just perfect to brighten up the garden in the dog days of summer, with really excellent branching on an upright habit. Put this beauty in a large pot or even in ground, and it will keep on flowering until the last bit of fall up to a frost. Along with the new light pink selection, we've got two really good improvements on the Star Cluster series, Star Cluster Red and White. Both of these selections have been upgraded for the existing varieties with better branching habits, earlier flowering, and most importantly, less shipping sensitivity on the unrooted cuttings. Another great item in our heat lovers category is Bombay Scavola. Bombay series continues to be a popular choice in Scavola with its excellent vigor and strong trailing habits. We love using these varieties again in combos with other heat lovers, so don't forget with like the Star Cluster Pentas, Lantana, they make for very easy care summer containers. New for this season in the Bombay series, we've got Platinum over here. You can see it as a really beautiful Scavola variety, great vigor, but still has that kind of controlled trailing habit. It's a really nice complement to the series, and we're already getting great feedback from our southern trial locations about how nice this plant is performing. In areas where you've got cooler night temperatures, this variety expresses a bit more of the blue, and you can see that here in the example where you get a little bit of that blue tinge to the white, which makes for this beautiful platinum color. It's also a great match to our Bombay dark blue and pink, so feel free to mix them up. I don't know if you've heard, but 2022 is the year of Verbena, selected by and promoted by our National Garden Bureau. So this is great. It means we've got extra promotion of this plant class by garden writers, and then more consumer publicity beginning in August of this year. This is perfect timing. We've got lots of new varieties in our Verbena assortment, and it really allows you to freshen up your spring program. Our Lanai Verbena series continues to be a top seller to growers. Its consistency in unrooted cutting quality from our farms, our continual breeding initiatives for really unique colors and great garden performance, and also our strict screening for powdery mildew resistance. It really is meant to ensure garden longevity to the end consumer. For this year, we've got 6 new and improved colors in Lanai, Lanai Compact, and Lanai Upright series. We won't go through all of them right now, but I wanted to share a couple of my favorites. Down on the end, that's Lanai Green Apple. This is the perfect profile for Lanai, really strong trailing habits and super large lime green flowers. This color is so beautiful. It's on trend with a lot of the current color trends and mixes so well with deep jewel tone colors. Then we have Lanai Lilac, and this variety has just been an absolute standout in all of our different trials. Look at this amazing habit and an almost iridescent purple color. It is an absolute stunner. And finally, let's take the guesswork out of mixed combinations with quick combos. Every year we do extensive trialing to help develop mixes that provide balanced components, continual flowering, but also really attractive and on-trend color combinations. Here is one of our new varieties. This is Banana Pancakes Mix. My absolute favorite for this year. This is time for early spring production, so great for that first early spring sales. And it's just so fun with this bright, happy combination of the Sanguna Yellow, Cabrio Yellow Calibrachoa, and Lanai White Verbena. This is a perfect early spring selection, all timing well to go for those early spring sales. Also included on our new introductions for quick combos, we have the Summer Jelly Mix. It's a beautiful blend with Sanguna Purple Petunias, Techno Light Blue Lobelia, and Lanai White Verbena. This one is absolutely delicious. Midnight Moon Mix is such an elegant monochromatic blend with Sanguna Purple Petunias, Lanai Bright Eyes Verbena, and Cali Pink with Eye. And then Wisteria Lane Mix. This is a sweetheart of a mix using Sanguna Sweet Pink, Techno Lilac Lobelia, and Cali Burgundy. Whew, I warned you, we've got a lot of great introductions and a lot of different plant classes to share with you this year. As a product manager, it's really hard to choose a favorite, but honestly, that's a great problem to have. I hope you enjoyed the session and have some fun ideas to add to your own spring program for 2022. Again, the varieties we reviewed today are just the icing on the cake. We've got so much more, so please check the schedule for our webcast sessions coming up for all of our great flower varieties.
Welcome back, everyone. Now it's time for our live Q&A session. My name's Olivia. I'm sitting here with Amy, and we've got some really great questions from the crowd. So thanks very much for being with us, everyone. Our first question is, when will our catalogs be out? Lucky you, they're hot off the press today. So we've got catalogs live in person. We also have our online digital versions of all of our catalogs available for you at syngentaflowers-us.com. Please follow the catalog link, and all of our brand new catalogs are there. Next question, Amy, this is a really good one for you, product manager with the most. What is the difference between Cabrio and Calibrachoas?
A great question. They're both two great series of Calibrachoa. Cabrio has been designed for early spring production, so they are all selected for 10.5-hour photo period. They also are more mounded than Cali, so they're a very uniform match series. The difference with Cali is they tend to be a more vigorous variety, so they work great in combinations, and they have various photo periods. So if you need a series that's well-timed core colors, Cabrio is your selection, and then Cali's for combinations and just really fun, dynamic colors, but two great choices.
We love them all. They're so great. Next question up. Amy, what is the recommended container size for our new Florencio Begonia series?
They are a great hybrid begonia. They are vigorous, but they work well, and a 2.5 quart would be okay. 3 quart and larger. I particularly like them for 10-inch and 12-inch hanging baskets. It's a perfect series for that kind of production.
Aren't they so beautiful? Next question about the Florencio begonias is, Amy, do you recommend them in the landscape?
Probably not in ground. I mean, definitely in baskets and large patio containers. They are more suited for shadier locations as well. They're still a begonia, so in very arid, dry conditions, they can get a little bit of leaf burn. So where we've seen them the best is in patio containers, hanging baskets. Probably would use different begonias for in-ground landscape use.
What a beautiful addition to any kind of premium patio pot program. So it's such a great product. Next question up, we've got quite a lot of good ones. Where can I find cultural information on our Scavola Bombay?
I feel like that's a good question for our head of marketing and communications. All of our cultural information is on our website, so syngentaflowers-us.com. That's where you'll find info on Bombay and everything else. And of course, if you ever have extra questions, maybe you can't find that information easily on our website, our tech team is here to help you. Everybody maybe has noticed our head of technical services, Allison Carlson's on the line with us right now. She's got a great team of experts ready to help you guys with any culture questions you have.
Just an extra plug on our website and cultural information. Along with our annuals catalog, we have also just launched our Grower Success Guide, and that has all of the information compiled from our tech team of how to propagate and finish like a pro. So please look for that Grower Success Guide as well. Bombay is a very popular crop for us today, especially since it's summertime growing. Is Bombay Scavola a good crop for the north?
Well, it's definitely a heat lover. So if your northern growers would like to use Bombay, I would recommend saving it for your last turn of spring production. I would not do that for early spring, but definitely as a heat lover, we love mixing Bombay with our other heat lover crops like lantana, Pentas. We've got some really cool quick combos that we use Scavola as a workhorse in for heat-loving crops. So sure, it works in the north, but definitely make sure you're doing it at the right time of the year.
Great for season extended programs,
Yes.
especially with all of these new consumers we have found during these last few years that are doing more gardening in the summertime.
Summer
So,
sales are hot.
Summer sales are hot. Pun intended. Would you say that Euphoric is a good variety for combos?
I love Euphoric
Me
in
too.
combos. I think it makes for elegant, high-end looking
Absolutely.
patio containers. Mix them with Dipladenia, geraniums. The new double flowered Euphoric white is a really cool variety that's actually really nice on its own too. It's a little more dense than our first Euphoric white, but also fantastic in mixes, don't you think?
It looks absolutely beautiful here at our live show. Wish you could all see it live. Let's see, where can I find Florencio Cerise in Texas?
Well, I would say start with your broker rep if you're doing your own production. I don't know if this question is asking where can you buy it right now as a finished product. It's a new introduction, so unrooted cuttings will be available from our farm starting week 40 of this year, so we'll be ready to see it in stores for 2021.
Wonderful.
No, 2022, excuse me, I'm a year behind.
I know, gosh, we always lose track. This is kind of a fun question. What is the year of plant for 2022?
I know. Verbena. So it's nice when we get extra promotion from the National Garden Bureau. They're great advocates for our industry.
Absolutely.
They work closely with garden writers, so it's a great way to get the consumers kind of in the know on the plants that we already know are great garden performers. So we couldn't be happier to have that as a promotion for the upcoming year. We have a huge assortment of verbena, lots to choose from, lots of different forms of verbena. So I think we are in great shape to help promote the year of verbena.
Well, we sure are market experts on verbena, aren't we? Can verbena be used for quick combos? That's a great question.
It's a staple in our quick combos. So you'll see we use verbena in all sorts of mixes. It's really well timed. What's nice about quick combos is we pick components that work well together, but also for growers that root at the same time. So when they stick those unrooted cuttings, they all root at the same time to make a nice liner. So verbena is always a staple because it's a reliable component in those quick combos.
Wonderful. Well, we do say about quick combos, it takes out the guesswork. So we've done the work for you.
It's no joke.
We've done the work for you. Looks like we have one more coming in.
Ooh.
It says, Amy, what is your favorite new Bidens?
My favorite new brazen variety, particularly, I love that Samurai. It has such a cool, that star-shaped flower pattern, really bright, holds that flower pattern throughout the summer so it doesn't fade. It's got a nice compact habit, so it's a tidy plant throughout the growing season. It's a really cool one.
The new Brazen series
They're fun.
is pretty stellar. We're liking it quite a little bit. Looks like Florencio is a pretty popular topic
Great.
today. Here's another question for you. On the Florencio begonias, how many cuttings would you fit into a 12-inch hanging basket?
4 to 5.
Great,
I think
that's
4
what
is
it
probably
is.
a perfect on a 12
figure
inch.
then.
Yeah. I think if a 10 inch you could get away with 3, I do definitely 4 on a 12 inch or larger.
Looks like we've got a couple.
Just a few more rolling in.
Amy, what is your favorite, let's say, your favorite quick combo in the assortment?
Oh, you're
New or
asking
not
me
new?
to pick favorites, like my children.
I have one, but I'll save it till you're done. I don't want to influence you.
I think my favorite right now is Mai Tai.
Oh,
Mai
it's
Tai
very good.
improved. I love the
So unique.
verbena green apple. I think the color combination is really trendy with the deep lavender vein and the peach verbena. Yeah, I think that one for me, and a beautiful habit all through the summer. It's a winner. You?
Well,
What's
I've been
yours?
sitting long enough to think that I have two favorites.
Okay.
Everybody, you've got to check out That's the Spirit mix. We have the absolute best red, white, and blue mix on the
Yes.
market. It's really good for that mid-season. Looks beautiful with that Sanguna Merlot red petunia. Super stellar. And of course, totally opposite of that, I love Paloma mix. Paloma is our pure white mix. So trendy right now. If you're following Instagram, white flowers are hot. So Paloma mix.
It's a gorge.
Really wonderful, compact basket. Great for early, mid, and late season. So I love that mix.
We might be biased.
A little bit. Amy and I have the joy of actually creating the Quick Combos program together. So she and I do all of the mixing and matching and lots of trial evals together. So very
The
good.
most fun part of our job.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
That looks like it's it for questions.
Great
We want to
questions.
Thank
Thanks.
everybody for joining us today for our live webcast sessions. Please come back to us tomorrow for our next session at 10 o'clock a.m. Yes.
Pacific
okay. Very
time.
good. Pacific time. We'll be here at you live again with some really cool opportunities for Q&A. So please join us. We do have our webcast platform up and running right now. Please download the interactive program guide that we have for webcast. You'll feel like you're here with us. Every section that we would be showing you live is emulated on our live guide. So please download it, check it out. You'll feel like you're here with us in Gilroy. Amy, thank you so much for
Thank you.
being our expert
Thanks
today.
for joining,
Thank you.
everyone.
Goodbye.